When they go low, I go lower. And so far it done worked.
Yeah, dog. I fucked up. I fucked up and uploaded the next installment. I done uploaded that shit like a fucked up movie, quadrilogy and shit. I did 4 and forgot to finish working on 3, and I had 3 already set up and laid out. But going on fucking autopilot and getting used to all this fuckery, I done fucked myself up. But don't worry about it, shit. I was supposed to do this shit yesterday, but shit came up coming out here for some events and whatnot. So I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna continue this series of going back and redoing older sparrings I've uploaded. So we gonna go back and highlight the sparring session I did with one of my younger cousins that also fights. And he was trying to do a litmus test to see where his current fitness was at because he's been working a lot lately. So we did I think it was 4-minute rounds for 15-second breaks. Yeah, 4-minute rounds with 15-second breaks. So we're gonna break that down today. Alright, we're gonna try to go through this whole thing in one motherfucking take. Alright. So 4-minute rounds. Probing. My cousin he's very aggressive. He likes to come forward with front foot pressure, but he tends to come back foot first a lot and hangs out over his back leg a lot with this inactive high guard at times. I've been trying to have him work on developing it into an active high guard. But as you can see, he has that issue right there along with the fucking rhythm steps. I hate when he does this shit. And I start to punish him for it every time. But let me stay on track. Like I said, he's hyper aggressive, but if you notice defensively when he pulls back, if he can't just regular pull, like he'll overly compensate into that back leg C slot. And these fucking L steps. Oh my God. Alright. Let me focus on one point at a time. But you see, you can't pressure just hanging out over that back leg. You have to commit to something. And it's just, he's still learning, man. He's still learning. Like I said, everybody's still learning, even when you have fights under your belt. But you can't be this hyper aggressive guy and then your first defensive bailout after your active high guard is to hang out over that C slot or into a duck. Because if I take a front foot shuffle or if I just pivot around while you're hanging out on that back leg, you can't do shit. Or if I just, pin your lead glove and what you're going to throw that hand that's already loaded with all your weight on it. Like, you just have to think about shit like that. Because all I have to do is probe, draw you or feint you onto that back leg, and then I can catch you while you're hanging out in that slot. Well, let me just call what I'm seeing. I got distracted the first 20 seconds. So for the most part, I'm probing him and trying to set him up and split his high guard and turn him. Just typical open stance, lead hand shit. Oh, I tried to set the little jab, trap, jab, duck, 6. He didn't go for it. He's trying to set a little high guard trap. But once again, when your base is that wide and you pull him back onto your rear leg and someone follows up, you can't do shit other than cross your feet to get out of that. Pin into the cross, probe, stab, jab, come with the cross back up top. Probe, 3-4, turn. So he's coming with his jab, he ain't move his head. I'm in my half guard. I went squared to make that 4 miss to my body. Probing. Try to send the cross up the middle. He L-stepped. Playing with a half step feint on him. Made him break his own base for a little bit. He's trying to get into a rhythm. He just narrowly pivoted out from that cross. Tried to lull him into the lead hook. Probing into the cross. I think that was a pin. I think that was a pin. I'm still trying to set that jab trap, jab duck. 6 to the body. No step jab up the middle. Small disengagement steps. Tried to come in a counter jab. Half step jab. Drop hand feint just to see if I get a reaction. Lead cross. Pin. Like probe. Stupid ass. Probe high. Probe back at him. Circle jab right. Cross. He just narrowly skirted out on that side from that. That cross to the body straight low there. But no, to continue on that point of action, that thought I was talking about, that can't be your primary defensive option, like your last defensive option, let me say that. Because once all that weight is on your back leg, you essentially one-legged, and I can do whatever I want to you. What did I do this round? Let's see. Was I on the same drop hand feints? Okay, yeah, I was playing with some level change feints. Yeah, and I was trying to press him a little bit. Like I said, these was 4-minute rounds with a 15-second break, so you got about enough time to get 3 deep breaths in 15 seconds. Lead cross, 2-1-2, he overreacted. Pin into the cross, fake the overhand to forward, shift the square up to him to get some work off. He's trying to turn me. He got an underhook on me. I couldn't do nothing. But I got the underhook on the other side so I could turn him right back while I'm trying to snake my other arm in. That's something I like to do sometimes. If you have an underhook on one side and you're both squared, that hand that's on the other side, if you have enough space, you could shoot a cut across both of your bodies and catch them while they're trying to duck their head under your opposite shoulder. Cross and roll. He threw a nice little 1-2-2. Jabbing at my hand. High hand wins. He jabbed low. I had my hand up top to come over the top with a double jab cross. I tried to do a jab front step shuffle too. Did it there again. Trying to press him a little bit. Pin to the cross. 2 to get to the body. Lead frame. I'm trying to tell him, like, bro, you got to get off one leg. Drop your weight. Drive your shoulder into me. Work to get an underhook and push off on me. Yeah, don't just accept that position. Do something. Don't just try to ball up. Jab. Tried to bail out over that C-slot. Got caught by the cross. I told him not that shit. Well, not even really a C-slot, just a duck. Caught me with a nice hook there, throwing that lead cross, being undisciplined with my lead hand. I deserve that. A little bit of a pin, 2 lead crosses, staying in front of him to cut him off. A little bit of long guard. Half step jab to keep him at a correct distance. Double jab. Oh yeah, I jab high, jab to the body, send the cross up top. Nice little misdirect. Go up high, low, then go high again. You can confuse a man defense. Circle jab right. He disengaged from it. He tried to go into his long guard. I'm not going for it. Playing with a little bit of level change. Active high guard. He's trying to control my guard. So I'm just going to disengage from it and change my guard in that moment to nullify his control on me. If he's controlling my high guard, let me go into a half guard while disengaging. Back into my high guard. Turning with my single high shield. That's how I prefer to do it if I am going single high shield. Lead cross. Circle out. Didn't control the glove on that one, but I made sure to take a deep enough step to pivot all the way around. Baby level change feint. Small little incremental steps to him, stepping over in front of him, jab high, jab low. Drop hand feint, fake the cross, 2 little pity pat bullshit jabs. Big ass step jab from him. High hand, 2 jabs up the middle, and he wanted to do hurdles. Half guard. Step back. Yeah, I'm going to end up making that video talking about half steps. I see it because we need to really start to commit hate crimes towards these fucking rhythm steps. But I'll save that thought for the end of the video. Half step jab, no step jab, double jab, fake the cross, no disengage, circle jab with a feint at the end just to see his read, just to see what he reacting to. Low hand, that's how I set up the lead hook. Sometimes I'll keep my hand about at their chest level and stir it. So when they try to punch, I swirl it around to get a hook up top. Just another little southpaw trick that y'all can take. Jab, front step, shuffle, little 4. So I shouldn't have to say much, but those of you that have sparred a fair amount should know 4-minute rounds and a 15-second break is hell. So I'm pretty sure you can imagine by this third round, if you haven't been in shape or if you're not in your best possible shape, by the third round, you're trying to bide for time or find as much, time as possible to set up disengagements. And the last thing you want to do is have someone like me pushing up higher pace on you or staying in close proximity, making you work quicker than your cardiovascular system will allow you to. Because you're trying to tell them, bitch, I want to box at a walking pace, and you're trying to make me fight at this high pace. Oh, wait, let me talk about this. Yeah, I was playing, so that sequence right before then, I was operating out of a low guard, and I threw a double jab from that low guard. And he made the mistake of trying to control that lead hand while I was in that low guard, and I identified that. So when I recreated that same scenario from that low guard, as he controlled that hand, I came with the cross because he immediately opened up that lane by just standing there thinking, oh, he's just going to throw the double jab again from that position. That's subverting the motherfucker's expectations. Just a little simple switch up like that. He hates when I try to baby him, so every time something like that happen and I start trying to pull back a little bit, he's like, man, fuck that, come on. This why you can't deal with your kin all the time, because they can't help themselves with trying to go the extra mile and all that other shit. Yeah, so he's trying to tie me up to buy himself some time, so I'm fighting to get my hands free. You can use them front and back step shuffles based off of where their head position is to rip your hands free if they just trying to clamp down on you. 2 lead crosses with a control off of that cross to get a hook off and shifting back into my stance. Nice little front step shuffle by him to get that 4 off, even though it was partially blocked. Lead cross. I'm playing them low. Little level change. Level change again. I try to get my hands on him. There you go. I'll just try to tell them turn and face me and actually try to work in the clinch or do something from it. If you're going to smother me, smother me. If you're going to try to make space, push me off. But don't just sell out of just turn your back or anything. Like, you got to do something. Even though I know you're tired, it's going to be like that in fights. So it's different. I always do shit from the scope of thinking about a fight and training. So this may not, really relate to a hobbyist. And I'm not really made for training hobbyists. I'm not really made for working with hobbyists. I'm made for training with people that are trying to go out there and actually do something. Because that's how my mind thinks. Like, man, you can't do this in the fight because X, Y, Z are happening. If you do this in the fight, you'll fuck around and get hurt. That's just how my mind is sculpted. I don't think in regards to, just like a Wednesday or Thursday type of guy, and he's just doing it for fun. That's not me. So I believe this is the last round, and he's trying to fake pressure a little bit. Yeah, a little front step shuffle into the 4. Take a little walk here, back into my half guard. I didn't like that little small shift on that crossover. A little double jab, stutter step, double jab into the 4. Caught him over the top. backing out in straight lines. Y'all know better than that though. A little bit of an up jab there, playing with a low guard for a moment. Probing from the low guard. Probe, forward shifting intentionally on the cross to get to the inside. He's blowed by this point, as anyone would be that's not in the best shape possible. So right here, we're going to try to get our hands free. As you see, I'm starting to get my head inside. He has an underhook, so I'm fighting to turn that other one as I'm swimming to get to this Durand position and getting my head underneath. He really wants this, so if I really want to rest my hands free, I got my head on top of his head. Is this the moment where I did it? Let me make sure before I fucking call the wrong thing. Yeah, right here. Yeah, if a motherfucker is literally just trying to clamp down on your gloves, make sure their head is underneath your head and you can swing them around and just literally throw the motherfuckers off your gloves. Now, I'm not saying always do that, because depending on the referee or if you're an amateur or a pro, whatever the case may be, they may warn you or try to take a point and all that shit. But sometimes, dude, you got to get a motherfucker off you. Like, you can't just allow them to clamp down on you to survive. Too many people nowadays are too accepting of the clinch or allowing a motherfucker to just hold them. Don't do that shit. Make them bitches get off you. So he's just trying to survive and get through. Jab, duck, 6-3. Right here, I just know he's tired. I'm just kind of slowly walking to him here, even to the extent of breaking my base at times, because I know he's just kind of out of it, but he also is not going to allow himself to quit, and I'm not going to allow him to quit, and I'm just trying to keep making him work. He just needs to push through it. Sometimes you just have to do that. You don't always need to kill him. Yeah, you don't always need to kill them, man, but you have to make them finish doing the work. You have to make them finish doing the work, because they'll get more out of it. Like I said, granted, within reason. Let's talk about this. I remember this next sequence. He wanted to continue. He smothered himself. I think it should be coming up. I'm pressuring him, jabbed him back, and I think, yep, I threw a hook up top. I threw a 3 up top to distract him. 6-3 to the body, clean. So 3 up top, 6-3 to the body. I told him he didn't have to keep going after that. I said, man, we can't stop, but you know how these young motherfuckers are with their goddamn ego and pride, bro. I said, bro, we can stop. I know you're tired. I just wanted to see if you could go. But once he kind of got to this point, it's at a point of diminishing returns, said we can stop. But that's a delicate balance, bro. It's the delicate balance of dealing with these young motherfuckers, bro. At 1 minute you're trying to tell them, look, we're trying to do this, and then the next minute they're like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's a very interesting balance when you think about it. It's a balance of talking about dealing with someone's ego versus understanding the point of diminishing returns. Like, after about the 3rd round, that's when his activity started to fall off a cliff, and then there goes the his technical efficiency, and then his ability to actually formulate high IQ plays. All that shit starts to go downhill the more and more fatigued he becomes. So you have to be able to evaluate, or the coach that may be supervising at the time, do I let this continue? Does the other guy that's in there know to carry him so he can at least finish the round? Shit like that. Because sometimes it's cool, and then other times, oh, I don't know if it's worth it. Let's just stop it right here, which we do sometimes. Like, oh, well, let's just stop it right here because I know, I'm not up for it, or whatever the case may be. So, yeah, man, that's what we got today. My bad for misuploading this shit, but it's all good. I have an idea for what the next big topic gonna be after I finish this systems check series. Like I said, I'm gonna start working on that shit in November. It shouldn't take too long though. Offense never takes too long because that's the first thing everybody wants to fucking do. I wouldn't be surprised if the offense ends up getting more views than the footwork or the defense, because that would just be a funny it would be a funny paradigm on what people focus on in the sport, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm gonna make something about half steps, like a real extensive video on half steps and why I feel like half steps and shit like that could be the answer to these fucking rhythm steps specifically. But let me get the fuck up out of here. God damn, I've been talking for almost 20 minutes. Oh well. Alright, stay black, y'all. Bye.